I'm sure that I'm not the only one that is feeling a spiritual movement and shift in the world right now. And I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to prepare you. We have to have an honest conversation. I'm headed to the gym right now, but I have this on my mind. Holy Spirit, allow me to speak to your people and prepare them. And a lot of y'all are going to be like, I'm not mentally stable enough for this. I am not strong enough for this. Listen, I need you to pull your big girl pants up, dig deep. I need you to dig deep. And I need you to prepare for preparation. So we are going over 7 things that I'm currently focused on right now in my life to prepare me as the world is crumbling. And so I'm going to share them with you. If you want more topics on what I'm doing, how things are going, then definitely keep coming back. It feels like the world is becoming way more unstable day by day. Anybody else agree? Prices are raising and people are now more divided than ever. What are y'all doing? Especially my Americans. I am in Canada, but let me tell you something. Anytime America feels it, Canada feels it too. And I know many of you guys can see that the systems that we trusted or have put our trust in are starting to crack and crumble. A lot of people right now are either distracting themselves or acting as though it's magically going to disappear and there's not going to be a long-term effect. So I started to ask myself, actually a few months ago, what should I be doing right now to prepare? And y'all might be asking yourself, prepare for what? Well, so many things. You hear about famine, you hear about wars, you hear about uncertainty in so many developed countries, and they're still suffering. You hear about the return of our Lord and Savior. You hear about a lot. And you can only prepare yourself and get right while you are currently here and now. A lot of people are gonna be like, I can't stomach this. Sit down, because I'm also going to mention in this video, so many people are suffering from brain rot or lack of attention span or lack of memory, cannot memorize anything. It's because you only focus on short form content. You've only allowed social media to get your brain power this small. All right. So many people have not been developing their brain muscle power, and your brain is the strongest muscle that you can work on. And a lot of people are not going to make it out alive. And I'm going to be so truthful, because look at the world. So 7 things that I am currently working on right now, what I'm focused on while leveling up, while glowing up, while taking care of business. Yes, these are the 7 things that we are going to be working on. And I'm curious, what is one skill that you would highly recommend us or people working on currently right now that they are probably ignoring? Drop it in the comments so that we can all learn and grow together. I would say right now in history, it is the most important time to build community. So many people are afraid to just be themselves and talk about how they truly feel right now. And you have to be so straight up, so honest. My videos coming up, they're going to be so eye-opening, because even the book that I wrote, so eye-opening. You have to be honest in this world to connect with people, to build great relationships with people. And honestly, so many people are just trying to fake it till they make it. You have to be so honest with yourself, because delusion is not going to get you to the finish line. Starting off with number 1, what I'm currently working on. Number 1 would be learning, whether that is through educational courses, taking new programs, taking new courses, reading more books, reading, learning, and just overall improving my skills. Listen, you need to prioritize learning as much as you can in many different fields and sectors. How to grow your food, how to protect yourself, how to start a fire, how to think critically, how to become a survivor, how to outrun everyone, how to become healthier, and how to thrive. How to learn as much as you can. Right now, you should be learning how to plant, how to grow your own food, how to purify your water. What resources do you need in place right now that you can start to prepare, that you should have around dry storage?
So I had made a post last week talking about how you got to create your own reality. Right now, it's a bunch of chaos, and you got to make your own order out of the chaos. So this is another thing that I think that everybody should do, and this is just a recommendation. And if you do this, I promise you, your anxiety is going to go down a little bit. You're going to feel better. It's like having insurance on your car or insurance on your home. You know, in an event of an emergency, you're going to be taken care of. So this is what I would recommend you do. And it'll cost you less than 150 bucks. Go to Costco or Sam's and get a 25-pound bag of rice, a 25-pound bag of beans, 10 cases of water. I want you to go to Amazon. I want you to buy some bags. They're called Mylar bags, MYLAR. And I want you get some oxygen absorption tablets. I want you to get a case of waterproof matches, a case of candles, and I want you to get a map of the whole United States roadways. Paper copy, don't get it digitally. Paper, because if the power grid goes out, you are gonna have to know how to navigate. So once you get home, you take the Mylar bags and you put your beans and rice in these bags. And then you're gonna drop an oxygen absorption tablet in each one of the bags that you fill. Because they're usually like 1 gallon bags, and you'll probably have like 8 or 9 of them for each, for the beans and the rice. And then you're gonna date it. Now, once you have that, that food will hold for 15, 20 years. So now this is your insurance policy. So if you knew deep down inside that you and your family can eat 1 cup of rice and 1 cup of beans every day and drink 1 bottle of water every day, you can live. It won't be comfortable, but you can live for 6, 9 months easily, right? And so once you start doing shit like that, it makes you feel better, because you know that your family can survive, because you can live 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food. And so now you're prepped for the next 6 months to a year in a worst case situation. Now, this is just the basics. So don't get in the comments saying, man, what about a firearm? What about bullets? I'm just going to buy a bunch of bullets and rob people. Or, what about radios? What about, walkie-talkies? And, it's a whole bunch of other shit. I'm just giving you the basics because people don't have $1,000 to spend on shit like that right now. So 150 will get you that. If you have it in the bank, at least 500 bucks, take that money out of the bank and just put it in a safe somewhere. And get small bills, 1s, 5s, and 10s. So if the power grid goes out, you can at least have money to barter with, and then you have food and water that you can survive. Shit, if you need to move in with somebody, y'all combine resources, there you go. Create your own reality.
Food, protection, all of this other stuff that is so important for you to have. And it's all out there on YouTube. There are courses, honestly, how to climb a tree, how to protect yourself, getting my gun license. It is so important right now to improve your skills. So many people, my favorite influencers, are not teaching me nothing about survival. I'm glad that I'm a different influencer compared to the people that I look up to, because their content is all about glowing up and leveling up, all the soft girl stuff. But listen, a lot of y'all are gonna be at the end of the line being like, I'm just a girl. When I met my man, the first date I wanted him to take me on was like, let's go. That is the first date. I wanted him to show me how to use certain things for protection, change a tire. I'm still rusty, but I wanted him to teach me a lot of things where I could survive on my own. If I was out in the wilderness, if I had to run for my life, if I had to learn how to cook and prepare for a family or a community, I could contribute. I remember my ex-boyfriend, actually, when the world shut down, he was like, what would your skill be that you would contribute to the world? And I'm looking at myself, honestly, what could I contribute to a community if we had to all get together and take care of each other and it had to be a system, the world shut down? What could I contribute to them? And I was like, I'm just as good. My body is just good enough. A man is never going to leave me because I F him right. Absolutely not. I don't have anyone in my life currently that is useless. You have to contribute in some way. You have to be growing. You have to be evolving. You have to know how to do something, okay? Especially with your hands and your brain. All that soft girl stuff, oh, I need the latest this, you need the latest lip gloss and this, and candles and cups and brand trips. That is not going to save you. And that's the last thing that you actually need to be worried about right now. And if I'm scaring you, this probably isn't the video for you. But when it comes time, you're going to wish that you sat down and you prepared yourself, because a lot of people didn't expect the world to shut down a few years ago, and we don't know where the world is going currently right now. But what you do right now is not about making more money. It's about how you steward your money, how you learn how you use your money, and what you're using your money on. Resources to get you ahead, education, skills, preparation, what you are currently doing right now to prepare yourself to survive. And I'm going to end off here. Listen, in uncertain times, your skills are going to be so necessary. How to build anything, how to clean something, how to sterilize something, how to be contributing in the community and society, or in your own household. For all my single women out there, listen, I am so grateful to God for a useful partner that he's giving me, like a man. He's out there. He is a skilled out there outside man. I don't want no man that be on Instagram or social media. I needed a man that was going to be like, I'm going to show you the ropes. I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to show you the ropes, because listen, it's so important as a single woman right now that you know how to do a few things for yourself. Because I was single, I believe, during COVID, but I was with my friend staying at her house with her husband. If you read my book, then you'll know. And I was okay. However, it was such a scary time for me and the rest of the world. But to be alone and to feel alone is the scariest feeling. And some people are like, I choose the bear. Well, listen, you better know how to take care of yourself, even with the bear, or whatever you're choosing in life right now. And if you're not around a man, then just become single and go find yourself a man, and also be able to contribute. Because listen, y'all better be praying up together. Y'all better be preparing together. And when I say praying right now, everything is like, we got to grow together right now. We got to learn. We got to be on the same page right now. We can't even be having stupid arguments or fights. Y'all be fighting over some nonsense. Absolutely not right now. You can't even have any cheating, any disrespect. Absolutely cut it off. Walk away. Life is too short. Life is not promised right now.
If you were a single man and you now had to look for a woman to be your wife/life partner, what type or types of women would you avoid?
One who's argumentative, one who doesn't know how to apologize, one who does not take accountability, one who cannot steward a relationship appropriately, one who does not respect me, one who does not show love to her friends and her family, one who does not know how to be a mother, one who does not know how to build a house as well. You can learn how to cook. You can learn how to clean. You can learn how to put some pictures on your wall, because I need you to make it a home. One who judges me, because when I come to you, I want to know that when I communicate with you, I will not be judged, so I will feel safe. We tell men we want to be safe and we want to be secure. You think they don't want the same thing? That's a basic human need. I couldn't imagine being a man coming to a home and a woman's always arguing with me. What? I got to deal with the world, and you mean to tell me my home is not my safety? I got to come to a home with 4 white walls while you going out and having brunch with your girls, but you can't put pictures on the wall. You can't make it homey. You won't even build a basic skill of cooking. You can go out to McDonald's, you say, well, I just don't cook. Well, maybe you can learn. For a moment, make it homey. You don't even pray right. What you talking about? We always talking about submission, but you don't submit to nothing. That's the reason why you so irresponsible, why you so responsive, why you always going back and forth. This the reason why you so immature, because you don't submit to nothing but yourself and Instagram. I can't be with a woman who always wants attention. I can't be with a woman who prioritizes her friendships over me. Yeah, your friendships are important, but remember that I'm important as well, because we building something. I can't be with a woman who lacks ambition. I can't be with a woman who don't know how to carry the weight as well, because it may be some days I always want to talk about 50-50 and 100-100. There may be a day where I face life. I'm trying to protect you. I'm trying to build. I'm trying to do everything else. And today I can't present it as 100%. You cool with me trying to love you at this very little capacity that I have, but I'm still extending my love. Are you going to be graceful? Can you extend me mercy? I can't be with a woman who's not forgiving, because I'm a human and I'm going to make mistakes. And this ain't about cheating. One day I may be angry because of life outside of you. And I may be irritable when I come to you and it has nothing to do with you. Can you forgive me though, baby? I can't be with that type of woman.
Y'all to move faster and start choosing yourself and creating the community and the love around you that you deserve. If you only had 4 years right now, how would you spend it? Because some of y'all tripping over a situationship, some of y'all tripping over a waist suit, some of y'all tripping over nothing that's going to matter in the next 2 years or 2 minutes. Look at these gas prices right now. So I need y'all to be very strategic and smart with who is around you and what you're allowing and what you're entertaining, because the short form content is not going to allow you to have brain power, and you just scrolling and wasting your time dwelling on and complaining about nothing that actually matters right now. I need you to get it together. Big sis is coming in. You gotta really just pay attention to what you are listening to, learning right now, how you're spending your time, who is around you. And if it's a waste you that cannot contribute to your safety and survival, absolutely get rid of it. And if you can't contribute, I need you to step things up, because I'm just a girl. It's not gonna work. Because I'm just a girl. I'm leaving you behind. I'm going to outrun you. I'm leaving you behind. Do you see how I train? I train like if I could be in the military. Maybe you've been in the military when you were younger. Baby, why are you out of breath and you cannot run a mile right now? I don't care what you did 10 years ago, 5 years ago. It is about right now, which we're going to talk about. Number 2 is going to be, I currently right now, and have always been, I have been working on becoming physically stronger, or physically and mentally stronger. When I tell you, you need your health, you need your strength to get you to A to B.
The most frustrating thing I see as a nurse. All gonna die of something. Yeah, we are. You're right. That's a given. What you don't understand is that you may suffer. No one wants to tell you you're going to suffer at the end of your life. You will suffer if you don't make hard choices now. You will suffer if you are sedentary most of your life. You will suffer if you choose convenience food most of the time. You will suffer if you keep drinking all of that freaking sugar. You will suffer. No one talks about the fact that if you don't take your health serious now, if you don't do things to prevent diseases later in life, if you don't do anything to protect longevity, you don't just die peacefully in your sleep. And I know this sounds morbid to talk about, but someone needs to tell you that you're going to suffer if you don't suck it up and start taking responsibility for your health now. I'm talking about get up and walk throughout the day. I'm talking about set a step goal. I'm talking about eat some freaking vegetables and fruits. It is not that hard to avoid food that comes in a package or that you pick up in a drive-thru. Yet it is like rocket science explaining this to some people. And it makes me so sad. But then I have to remember, I can't want it more than you do. I can't want it more than my patients do, even though I hate to see them suffering. Don't let yourself get to the point that you do not know how to get yourself out of the hole that simple lifestyle habits got you in. And it's so sad and it's so defeating. I feel defeated for my patients. But at the end of the day, we have to take responsibility. We have to stop saying we're all going to die of something. Such a dismissive way of just pushing off and not taking ownership for the state of your health, if we're being honest.
Many people right now in the world, they're unhealthy, you're struggling physically, emotionally, mentally. Listen up. When you go to the gym or you're at home and you're training and you show up on the days that you don't want to, or you go from 5 pounds to 15 pounds, you are showing yourself that with consistency, you can do it. And you're becoming mentally stronger. When you see that the world is in shambles, you're like, no, I can get through this because I serve a God that is faithful. Thessalonians 3 verses 3. I serve a God that is faithful. He will build me up with strength. It is so important, y'all, that you are getting physically, spiritually, mentally, financially, but those 3, physically, spiritually, and mentally strong right now. You should be in the gym. You should be working out. You should be doing the hard exercises and the hard cardio and HIIT workouts. So many of y'all are like, I don't like drinking water. I don't like plain food. I don't like, well, in 4 years or 2 years or 2 minutes, from now, if they took away the luxuries of life that we have right now, you can go through a drive-through, you can emotionally eat, you can have all these cookies, you can have all, in 2 minutes from now, if they took that away from you, do you think you would survive? Because a lot of y'all be like, I can't even eat broccoli, I can't even eat vegetables, I can't eat this, I can't do this, I can't. It's not gonna save you. You should be looking at your life like, how can I survive? How can I become stronger? How can I push? How can I just get better? Everyone's like, I want to look like this. I want to be 124 pounds. I want to be 150 pounds. I want to be this weight. I want to look this way. You know, when I coach my girls, I want you to be sexy, stronger, healthier, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I'm not just any coach that's going to give you the body of your dreams. I want you to change up here. That is how it's sustainable. So many people are like, I want the fast and easy way. I'm going to go take shots. I'm going to take prescriptions from my doctor. I'm going to go on a diet or a detox cleanse. And no sustainable habits were found. In 2 minutes, 2 hours, or 4 years from now, if you had to run for your life, could you run for your life? Could you climb a tree? Could you survive if you could only eat a tablespoon of almond butter every day? These are real questions that we really didn't think we had to ask. Look at the world right now. Could you run for your life? Could you run to save your family? Could you only survive with 1 bowl of oats? Look at where the world is right now. In a blink of an eye, in a split second, look at where the world is right now. And a lot of y'all are just complaining about the luxuries that we have in life, taking your health for granted, taking grocery shopping for granted, taking feeding your children better food for granted. It's not expensive. You just go into the grocery stores with no list, no strategy for how to turn flour into loaves of bread, to turn sweet potatoes into months or weeks of food or meals, how to cook chicken different ways, how to eat salmon or cook salmon different ways, how to eat and add vegetables to your meals so that you're filled. Nah, we're out here buying sugar. We're out here, oh, I need a matcha latte. I need cream in my coffee. If it was all taken from you, you wouldn't even have the opportunity to emotionally eat. That is why you need discipline and self-control right now. And everybody is just like, I'm going to abuse it until it's taken from me. No, you know what? I watched this video yesterday about the world coming to an end. I'll link it down below if you want to watch it, if you can stomach it, what the world may look like in 10 to 20 years from now. Yeah, I watch that stuff, baby. I want to be prepared mentally and spiritually. Okay. After that, I called my man and I was like, hey, we're going to go out to eat. We're going to have a nice meal. We're just going to enjoy the flavors. And we just had a date night. And I was like, okay, we're going to go and get some ice cream because we have been working so hard Monday to Friday. I usually only have 1 to 2 cheat meals a week. And that is all. So I wanted to go out and we didn't get dressed up. We just went casually and we just enjoyed each other's company. A few years from now, we might not even have the privilege to go and do those things. So I was like, you know what? Let me not talk about work. Let me not talk about what I just saw on the internet. Let me just go. Let me not dwell on what is going on in the United States or Iran or the UAE right now. Let me just go and have this moment with my man. And although we feel it, I'm an empath. I feel what's going on in the world. I feel it for my people. I feel it. I just need to go and love on my man, my hardworking man, and just let's go and eat something nice, eat something good, tip waitress, and let's go. All right, let's enjoy this. And then now we're headed to the gym. We're going to train for our health. I'm going to train my legs. I brought my tripod. Not sure if I'm going to record, but it's just so important for me to live in the now, but intentionally. That doesn't mean I'm going to eat out every single day. I'm going to get back to my clean eating. I love meal prepping. I love cooking. I love getting healthier and learning new recipes, adding more natural vitamins through food into our meals. I'm juicing. I'm taking care of my body and my man as well. A lot of y'all can't even add that nutrients to your husbands, to your children, but you're looking for, oh my goodness, the grass could be greener in somebody else's life. Water what you have right now. I'm giving you a word. I'm giving you a word. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below, like, let's have a raw and honest conversation, because I really want to be a part of your life, and I want to make sure that you have a good amount of clarity and hope moving forward. Because listen, you're going to need a lot of hope and faith in this life, in the next few days, in the next few months, in the next few years. It is really important that you get prepared. Like I mentioned, I'm working on my health, my physical health, my overall well-being. I have been doing this for the last 12 years. I am a bikini Olympian. However, for the last 2 years, I stopped competing just to focus on being a normal human. I am in very good shape. However, a lot of people will be like, are you getting on stage anytime soon? Absolutely not. I am here to be a normal human and to learn about nutrition, hard workouts, HIIT workouts, building strength in my lungs and my heart by doing HIIT workouts, challenging workouts, doing box jumps, doing burpees, doing push-ups, doing pull-ups, doing a lot of things that push my strength. I want to be able to climb. I want to be able to jump. I want to be able to duck. I want to be able to hide. I want to be able to fit into crevices. I want to be able to be a part of the winning team or the surviving team if they had to be. Times get hard. A lot of people crumble. A lot of people crumble under pressure, not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally. And going to the gym and getting stronger, it always, every time you go to the gym, you will find that you will be a lot more mentally and emotionally stronger. You need to go to the gym. You need to surround yourself with warriors. You need to push yourself past your emotional barriers where you're like, no, not today, or I'm not feeling it, or I'm emotionally drained, or life needs you to get up and be a soldier right now. You are preparing yourself for 2 minutes, 2 hours, or 4 years from now. Strength changes how you will face the world. Number 3 is going to be protecting my mental health. Right now, I'm focused on doing things that stimulate my brain and release a lot of good endorphins. Listen, the news, social media, 1 minute we're happy, the next minute we see something and we're like, oh my God, what's the point? I am protecting my mental health right now. It is so important because yes, there is a lot of fear. There is a lot of warfare. There's a lot going on around us, whether it's outside of the country or it's in your home or it's in your workplace and jobs, job losses. There's a ton of turmoil going on in the world. We need a lot of prayer, but it's not all about waiting on God to answer your prayers. It's also about what you do right now for your mental state and your emotional state. Working out definitely helps. Reading a lot. Crafting, just keeping busy with my hands, and also yes, prayer, releasing, talking to useful people that have actually a good sense of mind. Like they're not allowing the news to get to them. They are very hopeful. They are very proactive as well. So it's like building a community around my mental health as well, knowing that I have strong forces, strong people around me that understand what is going on. They are aware. They're not afraid of it, but they are making their own plans as well and keeping me in mind as well, and I'm keeping them in mind. It's really important, y'all, that you are doing things that are stabilizing your emotional state, booking in for a massage, getting your nails done, or just doing them from home, doing a lot of DIYs from home as well. Like, you guys see my body, it's just unreal just because I do the hard things and I eat well, and I just train to become a beast. I'm not trying to be average, I'm trying to be abnormal. Honestly, doing those hard things. I take pole lessons. Now I'm gonna go and get my license. I'm doing a lot of things that are going to bring me a lot of mental peace. It's going to make me a lot calmer and happier. Yoga, spiritual music, prayer, going to church, or building a spiritual family. Personally, I like to sit at home on a Sunday and watch 2819. The way Philip Anthony Mitchell puts it down is so straightforward. It's so eye-opening. It does scare you a little bit, but you need to be scared to make something shake. You need this awareness. So this is what brings me to my mental state, and also just taking some time to rest, taking a lot more time to rest from social media, especially the short form content, to just rest my mind, taking naps or going for a walk or going to a coffee shop, calling up a friend, just enjoying the moment and life that we have right now. Like, it's such a blessing for the life that we have right now. I know the world is so hard, but you can look around you and see that you can still smile. God loves children the most, right? And we get to look over to these young children and still give them hope and some joy that you were able to bring creation into this world and protect them and to provide for them and to love on them. So it is really important that you find the joys that you do have in your life and pay more attention to that, spend more time in that rather than dwelling in the fear of the world that we cannot control. It's really important to be very intentional with what you consume. So some people want to watch vlogs, some people want to watch glow up content, some people want to watch the fear of the world. If you cannot stomach it, I say do not watch too much of it. If you feel like you're watching too much content where it's forcing you to buy things, then you're honestly going to have to mind what you are watching. I don't care how much money, how much free option I had to spend on X, Y, and Z. You need to be very intentional with the money that you're making. I'm not buying cups. I'm not buying candles. I'm not buying another lip gloss from another brand that I know I don't like. I like MAC Cosmetics, and there's a certain kind of lip gloss that I like to use. I'm only buying what I know I personally like, and I'm keeping it like that. I'm not buying any cups, I'm not buying any candles, I'm not buying a bunch of notebooks, I'm not buying a bunch of pillows for my house, I'm not buying all this stuff in seasons either. Like, there are certain things that, like, I'm buying a dress for every occasion. I live in a very bland city, okay? It's just cowboy hats and pickup trucks. Baby, I'm in a pickup truck right now. I don't need too much. I don't need to even be so fancy. I do have nice clothing. I'm going to shop my wardrobe. I'm going to buy a few pieces here and there, but I always shop on a sale anyways. But I'm going to be shopping strategically and very smart, because where am I going? Always to the gym. So yeah, just very mindful and rewear your outfits. There are certain things that are useful to buy, and there are certain things that are just like, need another candle or another cup. Number 4 would be learning how to cook and store food. Now, I already came at you earlier, but let me come at you again when it comes to cooking food, because so many people, they're like, I can't stomach plain food. I can't stomach this. It needs to be seasoned. It needs to be oiled. It needs to have a lot of butter. It needs to have a lot of cream. Come here. To all my girlies that can survive, come here. I want you on my team. I want you over here. I want you to be building with me, because, baby, listen. I was in the gym. I was pushing 5 plates on the sleds, and girl, my clients, they're pushing 5 plates on a sled, and that's 45 times 5, more than our body weights. And a woman approached me. She's like, wow, you're so strong. It's so impressive. I said, I compete with the men in the gym, not the women. I want to be strong. I want to keep up. When I'm training with men, I'm keeping up. I'm keeping up. When I'm in the bedroom, you got to keep up with me. And I honestly don't mind doing the work. I love performing for my man, but currently I'm abstinent. It's 2 years now. But when it's time, I'm going to be ready, because I'm working on my endurance. I'm working on my body, my back shots. I want my man grip him, my booty. Like, yes, not anything else. Okay, I want you to grip my booty, and I want you to grip my breast a little bit. Let me not get into much detail. That's all I want you to be gripping, okay? So when it comes to cooking, it's so important, y'all, that you guys can eat plain food, like just meal prep. Teach your body to reset your taste buds, because a lot of people are like, oh, this doesn't taste like McChicken. This doesn't taste like mayo. This doesn't taste like all this butter and oil that I'm used to. Seasoning is not bad for you. Let me say that right now. But the processed food, the takeout, the constant, I'm not going to eat, I'm just going to eat one meal, and then that one meal is a bagel. None of that is healthy. None of that is going to sustain you. None of that is healthier for you. And listen, when you starve yourself, you're just accumulating more body fat. You need to eat your food. Like, even if it's 2 whole meals and a snack, healthier, like, you need to eat food. Your body right now is probably not even processing any food. It's turning everything that you eat into body fat, or it's turning into a health condition and concern.
The number 1 food to kill parasites is not garlic, nor is it papaya seeds, nor is it olive oil. Now, they do work, but they do not kill parasite eggs, which can be exactly why your symptoms keep returning. So things like always feeling bloated after meals, intense cravings, especially sugar cravings, brain fog, itchy skin. So to break this cycle, we need to take something that's going to target the parasite's full life cycle. So what is that? Their eggs, the larvae, and the adults. Now, what's going to do this is one of the most well-known herbal trios. I'm sure you've heard of it: cloves, black walnut hull, and wormwood. Now, here's the important thing. They must be taken together. So this trio has been used for centuries to target parasites in all of those life cycles.
And everyone's like, hey girl, are you suffering from this? You're suffering from this because all of y'all don't eat. You either don't eat or you overeat. And you undereat in things that aren't good for you, right? You had one meal out and that was it for the day. My client comes to me, she's like, I went to Tim Hortons and I had like a scramble. That's all you ate today? And it was from the fast food joint? Absolutely not. Everyone's out here looking for a provider and a protector. Forget about a provider at this point, because God is our provider. Protector too, but everyone's like, I want a protector. What do you offer that man? Because you don't even take care of yourself. You're so fragile. It's embarrassing to be a fragile woman or a fragile wife. Like, dap up my man. Like, that girl, she puts in work. I want to be a team player. You're here to build a union. You're here to build each other up. You're not here to be fragile. Like 70% of the time I'm feminine. 30% of the time I don't mind being masculine, but I'm not going to be a weak G, and I want to have strength. I want to feel good about myself. I want to walk a certain way because my ass shakes like a certain way, because muscle shakes a certain way. I want to be that girl, so I train like it. I eat like that. I sleep like that. I wake up and I know what I need to do even when I don't want to do it. I'm going to do it because, baby, if I watch a video of somebody else working out, I'm like, I need to get to the gym. I need to get hot, and I just want to get stronger and feel good. And also what you cook, like, you learn recipes, learn how to plant food, learn how to eat more from the earth. Your potatoes, sweet potatoes, your yums, your greens, healthy meals, chicken that you cook from scratch, not from a box or a bag. That's not going to help you. You need to learn the labels as well, what the ingredients are, how much sodium is in something, how much sugar is in something. It's not just, oh, it's only 30 calories. What are the ingredients? Or, oh, it's on sale. What are the ingredients, and what does the sodium look like? What are the ingredients? That is so important. I cook a lot of my food. I would say 99% of the food from home is from scratch. I don't want anything from a box. I don't want anything from a bag unless it's frozen vegetables that are zero on anything else aside from a strawberry. I don't want any other ingredients in that bag. When I buy granola, I look for the best granola. When I buy yogurt, I look for the best lactose-free yogurt. When I buy anything, I look for the best, and I make sure that I have a grocery list and I stay in budget. The same, well, I cook in the house. We eat the same pretty much meals and grocery pretty much every week, every day. 1 week I'll be cooking, I'll be eating ground turkey and ground bison, and you can cook these many different ways. Sometimes I have a taco bowl, sometimes I have a lettuce wrap, sometimes I have pasta. Everyone's like, I can't eat the same food. I don't make pasta for the entire week. I just make the protein for the entire week, and then I do different bowls with that protein. That is the trick. Baby, if you ever were coached by me, you would know this, but a lot of y'all are like, I'm gonna figure this out on my own, and you end up hating fitness and you end up hating nutrition. It's pretty fun. Learning how to plant as well, like plant your own garden, or if you're in a condo or an apartment, learning how to harvest your own fruits and vegetables. These are going to be so beneficial to us in the next few years, maybe in the next few seconds, because look at where the world is going. Everything is going to go up. You need to learn how to plant your own potatoes, your strawberries, all your fruits, all of that stuff. And a lot of women are like, oh my God, I don't have time. I don't want to get my hands dirty. I just want to be on TikTok shaking my ass or just entertaining nonsense. Well, stay over there. All the girls that want to do it, you come over here, okay? We're gonna have a school community, and y'all are gonna be in there. We're gonna teach each other, but obviously I'm gonna be teaching you, headmaster. But if you're over there like I'm just a girl, be over there like I'm just a girl. Because when my leaders are out here, they're like, I contribute to my man, I contribute to my community, I contribute to my house. Well, I know how to feed, cook, I know how to nurture. Why has this part gone out the window? Women don't cook anymore. They don't want to cook. And I don't want to hear about, oh, we have jobs. You cannot ever make having jobs and children an excuse for why you can scroll, but you cannot care about your health. And I'm going to leave it right there, because a lot of people will give me these excuses, like my clients, they'll be like, oh, I didn't do this. You've never missed any story of mine this week. You didn't miss any story. Sometimes I check who watches my story. You don't miss any stories, yet you're telling me you didn't have time, 30 minutes to put something together. But my stories were quite long and you didn't skip a beat. You didn't stop scrolling. Put your phone down, ladies, and take care of your health. Trust me, you're going to have better options. You won't be in and out of the doctor's office so often or wondering why you're constipated. When you're constipated, you're not having bowel movements. That is what leads to colon cancer. A lot of people are out here like, I haven't taken a poop in like a day or two. You should be pooping every single day, maybe even twice a day. You're not even eating the proper nutrients to even get the bowel movement. That's a problem. That is quite scary. Literally, like, so many people are low energy, fatigued. They're like, oh girl, what is going on? Like, this is not normal. And people are like, it's so normal, because I have it too. A lot of people have diabetes. Oh, this is normal. No, because our parents didn't teach us that even white rice has sugar in it. We got to learn about the food. Stop choosing food based on your comfort, based on your emotional state, based on your cravings and how you want to feel after. Like, oh, just want that cookie because I had a bad day. I just want wine because I had a bad day. No. You want to eat well. You want to eat better. Guys, I got to speed this up because I got to go to the gym and it's hot in here. Number 5 is going to be paying off any debts that you currently have, okay? Other people will be like, I want to make more money. Teach me how to make more money. Okay, you want to make more money so that you can buy more stuff. Stuff you probably don't need, okay? Right? What should be, if you want another job or another stream of income, it is to pay off debts that you currently have, whether it's a school loan, a mortgage, car loan, maybe credit card debt. And if you have multiple credit cards, why do you have multiple credit cards? For buying stuff? Are you kidding me? You didn't book a flight, you bought stuff. Okay, we pay off those debts, because in about 2 seconds from now, you are going to see a lot of things around you increase.
ChatGPT is destroying the earth. Who cares though? Save this video. Type in this prompt. Figure out how to become your own private banker. Set up a trust. Put all of your assets in said trust. Assets ain't just house, cars, businesses. It's also people. You're gonna go ahead and get a life insurance policy for said trust. You feel me? But back up. After you set up this trust, when you setting up this trust, you need to appoint fiduciaries and beneficiaries. Alright? If you set up the trust, you're a fiduciary. And then you can appoint your beneficiaries, i.e. kids, spouse, so on and so forth. So then when you get this life insurance policy for this trust, that life insurance policy is going to be valued at whatever the value of all of the assets in the trust is. You're going to pay on that premium for 3 to 5 years. What you're doing is setting up private banking. I'm not going to talk about this again. So what you setting up that private banking, you're going to continue to pay in it. And then that private banking is going to be basically like collateral. You can set up private banking through these companies. Okay. After 3 to 5 years, you can pull that money out. You can pull that money out for everyday expenses. Start a business, buy a house, pay your bills, go on a vacation. You don't have to pay that money back because it's a life insurance policy. It supports the living. Although it's good to pay it back so you can continue to fund the trust, especially if you're doing something like starting a business. You could pay the money back. Just ask yourself questions like, what's the difference between a life insurance policy and a death insurance policy? A life insurance policy supports the living. Death insurance policy, burial insurance. Come on. What are we doing?
Increase gas prices, look at that already, and you're like, oh my god, I wanted this sports bra, but instead now I gotta spend an extra 20 bucks on gas. Listen, you need to be very strategic, intentional with your debts right now. Have a game plan in place and start being intentional. Maybe you might have to miss out on a few date nights or like match days. We go out once a week. We're very intentional. It's not about how much money you make, it's how much money you keep and strategically invest.
Let me remind you of something most people have forgotten. Banks don't just fail in poor countries, they fail everywhere. Now I want to remind you of a period between 2008 and 2015 when the Greek banks shut down. People were limited to £60 a day. And in Cyprus, savings were actually taken. Some people lost half their money. In Iceland, the entire system collapsed. And in the UK, do you remember when the Northern Rock shut down and people were queuing for hours to get their cash? ATMs empty, accounts frozen. There was absolute panic everywhere. And now you've got to think of what's happening in the present time. America. Don't just think it was Europe. In 2023, in the USA, Silicon Valley Bank gone in 48 hours. Republic Bank seized overnight. Billions trapped, businesses paralyzed, people locked out of their own money. And that was just 2023, guys. And I didn't even know about it, which is a surprise. Now, here's what no one likes to tell you. When your money is in the bank, it's not yours anymore. It's actually a loan to the system. Now I want you to think about crisis, what's happening right now. At any point, your access could be switched off. Forget about digital access and the controls that they're going to put into play. Let's say a global crisis occurs of any sort, whether it's a market crashing, all the global systems crashing, new money systems coming in. Right now, debt is higher than ever. Currencies are weakening. Inflation is a silent theft. I see the pound has gone down here in Malaysia, and governments are putting laws in to protect systems, even if that means touching your savings. Because it's not yours. The chances are they've already spent it. And that's why I've always said, don't keep everything in one place. Spread it out. And I'm not talking UK banks. I'm talking move it around. Put it into tangible assets. Think about diversification. Think about education. Because security isn't just luck, it's strategy. And that's what you have to understand. Because I'm Sarah Hayati, I Make Money Make Sense, and the rest. And I've been in the financial world in the UK for a very long time. The world is changing. And I believe that you deserve to be prepared. I prepared myself unknowingly, actually. I mean, even in the UK, I had several different bank accounts. And now that I've shifted my ass to Malaysia, I have different bank accounts over here. And I'll be doing the same in other countries, wherever I believe that my money is going to be safe. But tangible assets, guys, that's what I've been talking about. I am a qualified financial planner, FYI. I don't talk out the rear. This is something that I've been saying for a really long time. If you've been following me, you will know I've told you to get your money out of the banks. And what I'm seeing right now is the beginning of the reason why I felt, looking at everything without spelling it out, that I suggested you do that. Now, you remember when I came to Malaysia, I came to the UK last year, I think it was, and I shifted my money out of Barclays, and I was so happy once I'd got it into the Malaysian bank. Well, I think I'm going to have to come back and do the same again, because what is happening is really worrying. Even if you have to pay exchange rates, you need security. I'm in Singapore right now, and Singapore is a very, very safe place. When the rest of the world crashed in 2008, Singapore didn't.
I wasn't taught about money. I thought, from the minute I started working, I was buying everything, paycheck to paycheck. So it's really important, y'all, that you just take more time for understanding your finances, your financial goals, and being very strategic and putting a plan in place to get ahead of it. Less impulse spending is going to lead to more financial freedom, and that is what you truly want in the long run. Number 6 is going to be the most important one. I should have started it off with number 1, but number 6 is just going to be spending more time in the Word, spending more time with God.
5 things to pray to God every single morning and watch how your life becomes joyful. Number 1, Lord, fill my heart with your perfect peace. Isaiah 26:23 says, He will keep you in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on you because you trust in Him. Number 2, Lord, will you please lead every single one of my steps today? Psalm 37:23 says, A person's steps are directed by the Lord, and the Lord delights in his way. today. Number 3, Lord, I ask that you surround me with your blessings today. Psalm 5 verse 12 says, for you bless the godly, O Lord. You surround them with your shield of love. Number 4, Lord, I ask for your strength in every situation today. Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And number 5, this one is good. Help me to remain grateful in every circumstance. 1 Chronicles 16:34, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. But none of those are effective unless you mean it from your heart deep down. God bless. Share to someone else.
Fasting, calling out to God, asking him for his provision, protection, guidance, clarity, brushing my teeth. And I'm like, we have put so much trust and faith in our government, in the president, and, you know, above us. You know, we were taught from school systems, we were taught, you know, adults as we age, that this is where you put your trust in. Although we serve the Most High, I want to tell you that God never fails us. God never fails to protect us, to provide for us, to come through for us, to hear us out.
God knew you needed to see this. You have 3 seconds to identify at least 3 blue objects in the picture that I'm about to show you. You ready? Go. Okay, cool. Now, did you notice the yellow thing? Can you tell me what was yellow in that picture? And I'm going to assume that you didn't, because your mind went straight to what was blue, that you couldn't see what was yellow. And this, my friend, is how life works too. You don't experience life. You experience the life that you focus on. Jesus said, if you seek, you will find. Meaning, if you look for problems, you're gonna find them. If you look for reasons to be anxious, you're gonna find them. Your brain will always search for proof of whatever you tell it to be true. So if you tell yourself that your life is crappy and terrible, your mind is gonna go out and look for evidence, and you're gonna find it. Some of you guys feel so miserable, tired, and exhausted because that's all you're focused on. You've trained yourself to focus on everything that's stressful, unfair, missing, broken. But the Bible says we can be transformed by the renewing of our mind, meaning we can change the way our brain thinks. There's something called neuroplasticity, which means we can literally rewire our brains. So what if from this day going forward, you started focusing on what's going right, on all your blessings rather than your burdens? Because watch this. Here's the picture again, and you can clearly see the yellow thing, right? It was there the entire time. You just weren't focused on it, but now you are. Nothing about the picture changed. You just changed your focus. And when you change your focus, God will change your life. Think about David when he went up against Goliath. Everybody looked at Goliath and they were terrified because they were focused on the size of the giant. But when David pulled up, he saw the same exact giant. He just had a different focus. David wasn't focused on the size of the giant. He was focused on the size of his God. And when he went up against Goliath, he didn't talk about how dangerous Goliath was. He talked about how great his God is. Stop telling God how big your problems are and start telling your problems how big your God is. Where attention goes, energy flows. If you focus on what you're missing what you have. And you might not have everything you want, but if God is all you have all you need. That's why every day I wake up, I woke up this morning with breath in my lungs.
I see so many people turning over to God, but let me tell you something. When you really want to go all in, this would be the time to go all in. So I decided to become abstinent. I decided to stop smoking. I decided to not drink. If I do drink, it's probably like 3 times a year. I just don't care to be intoxicated. I don't care to let my guard down for anybody because you don't make any good decisions. I have just chosen to wean out any distractions, and I'm still struggling when it comes to music. Like, 1 week I'll be good, 1 month I'll be good, and then after that I hear she wanna tonight, and then I'm like, girlfriend, you cannot be playing that song, okay? That puts you in the lustful moods. Certain music, you got to be very careful with it. It is important when you say you really want to build a relationship with God, that you are really being intentional with building that relationship and reading that Bible, because the Bible is going to spit so many facts. It's literally our survival kit to life, to finish this life strong, to wait on God and his return. Look at the world right now. You're going to trust in the news or social media or your favorite influencers. When I tell you God is going to come through for you, God will come through for you.
This video. The interesting thing was that I had to run downstairs to shoot this myself. This guy always comes to feed the birds by the street near my house. The only days I don't see him are the days I don't stand by the window. He will come pouring those grains and then the birds will come eat them up. And this very day something hit me and I screamed. Matthew 6:26. Look at the birds of the air. They don't sow, they don't reap, they don't store away in barns, but your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? My God. When I spoke with him and asked him why he always did it, he says he just has peace feeding the birds and it's just fun for him. I laughed in my mind. God was using him to feed them, but he didn't know it. I became even more convinced that this is how God meets our needs. I know this is just content for you, but I sense a prophetic release. God is about to put your name on the hearts of someone and people that will begin to do things for you that you could never have done for yourself. They will say they just love helping people. They just love seeing people prosper, but that will be the Spirit of God working in and through them. Just like those birds, your heavenly Father is working out something for your good. Expect help, expect miracles. It's coming.
But you need to surrender. And a lot of y'all are like, I can't give this up. Well, if God came tomorrow, would you be ready? And that is a question that I ask myself every single day. I need to die to my flesh, and so do you. I'm going to be making decisions out of urgency because, listen, a lot of things got to go. Like, I've cleaned up a lot, but I feel like I can do some more. It's being very intentional and being able to call yourself out and be like, girl, we got more to do. A lot of y'all, the lust is there. The temptation is there. The side pieces, the sex out of marriage. Listen, I need you to come to the front and join any program that I ever put out. It is time to get right and close your legs, get married if you want to. If you love God, you need to understand that your part is so sacred. Closest thing to God. He gave it to you for a reason, to reproduce, to give to your husband, not to anybody else, not to a potential, not to a side piece, to your husband. God wants you to be committed to one person, and that one person has to respect you enough to wait. It is so simple. Or put a ring on my finger and get married to me. I am not having any intercourse right now. I'm not even kissing my man. I'm sorry. People are like, how? Guess what? A woman like me, not because of my looks, but I definitely get wealthier men approaching me because of my looks. A woman like me, I'm disciplined, I'm very intriguing. I could get whatever I want from anyone, from any man that I want. I could get whatever I want. I truly believe I can get any man that I want. And it is important that even though you can get what you want, you get what you actually deserve. And you are literally, you have to have the best people around you, whether it's a female or a male, your friends, your partner. It is so important that you have people that respect your boundaries and respect why you've made decisions in life and what they mean to you. I'm watching my favorite creators, Taja, I'm watching Imani, watching these women get engaged, proposed to, talking about their abstinence walk, and I am so proud of them because you got some other influencers encouraging you to still use vibrators, to still, trick on tricks, to do this, whatnot. Honestly, you can have a trick and you don't even have to sleep with them. I'm not sure why people think you guys sleep with people just to get what you want either. We are past those days. It is so important that you pray over any temptation, any distractions, and let God weaken your flesh. All right, weaken your flesh, because trust me, your lust isn't going to save you in the last days. And that's when a lot of people are going to wish and regret that they did something differently, that they, this to their body, they didn't do that. I'm telling you right now, get closer to God, because the Bible is our guidance. The Bible is our protection. The Bible provides us with clarity. And a lot of us, we have strayed away from God because we've been disappointed. We've waited for so long. We think we come through at this time. We have fallen because of situations that have gone on in our life. Up until last week, I had a moment where I'm like, God, days I'm tested. And I just have to remind myself that it's okay. You got to push through. It's okay. You got to push through. Those tests come to build your character. Read my book. Those tests come to build your character for where God is taking you. God's not just going to hand you the best things in your life because he knows you're not going to be able to appreciate. You're not probably going to be able to appreciate a good man. You're probably not going to appreciate $100 million. You're probably not going to appreciate, the banging body, because then you're going to be out here throwing it back for absolutely anyone on the internet. You're not able to appreciate all the things that you do want in your life. That house when you don't even cook or clean. You're not going to be able to appreciate what God gives to you. So in the waiting season, as the struggle may be hard, yeah, it's building character if you want it to. So a lot of people are just like, oh, I want to give up here. Oh, I don't like God. He never comes through for me. I'm going through this. You are sometimes here also to break the generational curses that have been brought on to you from just generations of trauma. And you continue to repeat that cycle. God wants you to break the cycle. God wants you to heal. God wants you to be the one that's like, nah, we're going to church. We're going to study the Bible. We're going to do things differently because I didn't have this. And a lot of people are just like, God, I cannot with you right now because I want to do this faster. Anything you chose on your life, like, did it come through the way that you wanted? Some people like, I opened a business and then I closed it because I was going bankrupt. Absolutely not. Because did we pray about it first? I'm learning to pray about everything first before I make the decision to say yes, and just bring it to God first, even my marriage. So it is really important, y'all, that even taking on clients, God, is this the client for me? Because I'm not gonna deal with a headache. Like if you're not coming into work and you think that I need to be the one to motivate you, I don't even want to work with you. You need to come in ready. If you're ready and you want to be coached by me, let me know down below. If you want to be, and if you're ready to work, then come through. But if you're like, you're gonna come in with excuses, I'm not the coach for you. I don't have time for it. You see what time I'm operating on? You're coming to get this work. You're coming to change your life. I don't care about I will find a way. You've always found a way to make things happen for things that you didn't need. Yet you can't find a way to make it happen, to go get this done. I'm not a coach because I'm gonna put you in your place. And then I'm gonna be like, I can't train you. I've never really had that moment with a client, but I'm just letting you know where I stand right now, because everyone's like, oh, are you I've gotten a lot of requests like, are you clients on right now? Mentally, no. Okay, I just want some time to just regroup. It is a lot working with clients. I take on everyone's emotional stress. I think right now I just need to make sure that I have a strategy in place for how I help my clients during these times, because of course their emotional state is lower than mine. And I'm there for them and I'm there for you. But at the same time, a lot of people are selfish. They don't really consider a coach has feelings. They just dump absolutely everything and think that I'm to do the work for you. No, babe, like you actually have to do the work when your coach is not around. So that's how I feel. So currently right now I'm reading, I'm learning, and I'm learning also how to incorporate and apply what I'm learning into my daily life. I'm not trying to sit up here and tell you guys that, oh, I'm trying to get closer to God and then I'm doing this and I'm doing that. No, I'm really trying. Like I really, heaven, I want to be prepared for when God comes back, whether it's 2 minutes, 4 years, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. I just want to get right in life. I want to be a good person. I am a good person, but I know that I can always become better. And that is all about, and that is what glowing up and leveling up is all about. Like just becoming better you every single day. It's not about the looks, because the looks do come. I get beautiful every single day just because I take care of myself spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. But it's also about seeking to become a good person. I love being a coach. I love mentoring women. I love making these videos. I may not get the views that I deserve yet, but it's all about showing up and being consistent, which leads to number 7. Our last one is going to be so important: building real community and genuine connections. A lot of people have become like socially awkward introverts. You're not an introvert. I need you to get outside. A lot of people don't realize that it's so important, like your network, so important, because you don't know who you're speaking to. You never know who you're speaking to. A lot of people, they're never going to get my money because they don't approach me, they don't smile, they don't have a random conversation with me. They just approach me in the DMs like, hey, if you ever need photos, it's $100. I'm the photographer and talk to me. Okay, I got it. My phone is about to die because it's so hot. A lot of people are just like, I'm gonna get through this life alone. I'm tired of people. I'm sick of people. You got to change to attract better. You have to become what you're looking for. So if you're not reliable, if you're not trustworthy, if you gossip too much, you need to become the opposite. You need to become what you're looking for. I want good people in my life. I want them to be resourceful, useful, helpful, supportive, caring, there for me. I had to become that person myself. Don't be out here wishfully thinking that you're gonna get the best out of life when you're terrible. You're an asshole. You're selfish. And a lot of people are out here like, I can do that for somebody else. Okay, well, I'm never going to come through for you. So do not expect yourself to find good people. And even when you've been burned, don't give up. There are kind people that will appreciate you. So don't let your heart get cold. That's one thing that I've been working on. Don't let your heart get cold, okay? The good will come into your life. God will replace and remove anything that doesn't deserve to be in your life or doesn't appreciate you, okay? I love you guys. My phone is going to die, so I really want to make sure that it doesn't, so I can get this out. You're going to need community today, tomorrow, and in the end times. So I need you to work on learning about your neighbors, you know, just conversations, getting out there, baking for your friends and your neighbors. The other day I baked banana bread. I brought it to one of my girlfriends that I just met, and she was so happy, and I'm just teaching her how to bake and all this other stuff. But just becoming one in a community. You don't have to share all parts of your life, but it's all about being kind, okay? Kindness goes a long way, even when people have hurt you, all right? So it's about building community and safety and warmth and nourishment with the people around you. Worldwide, I love you guys so much for always coming through for me. So I always have a special love for you guys. My YouTube community will always find out anything first. I love you guys. I ride for you. Thank you for all my clients that have always joined my programs. They've been with me through all my challenges. We've done 3 challenges so far. We're about to do another program. I love being a part of your life. Thank you for choosing me to help you to the finish line and to motivate you and empower you. That is what I'm here for. That is what I'm going to continue to do. I feel like I'm, you know, a nominee and I'm on the stage, but I love you guys. I'm rooting for you guys. I really want to see you guys do well mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually. I'm here for you. If I can help you in some way, please comment down below. Open up, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one.